Hi everyone, good morning, welcome to TDX. Thank you for being here. So today in this session we are going to talk about the new native and seamless tool upgrade that we have for your deployment pipelines, the DX Inspector. Yep. Let's try one more time. Maybe just next slide.
Do you want to try now?
Okay, so before we proceed forward, please base any of your purchasing decisions on products that are generally available. And with that, a big thank you for you all to be here this busy morning with a ton of sessions to go over. So again, thanks for listening to what we have to share. I'm Neha Ehlawat. I'm a product manager here at Salesforce. I own the area of Metadata API, Tooling API, chain sets, which is why I'm here, and source tracking. And I'm joined here with Sri.
Hey everyone, I'm Sri Krishna. I'm a product manager in ALM space, working on DX Inspector, DevOps testing, and slightly on DevOps Center as well. Thank you.
So let's get going. Salesforce DevOps is definitely evolving, right? It's been a few years. Before we know where we are going, let's take a look at where we have been in this journey over the past 20-something years. So in 2008, you got the original click-based metadata migration tool in hand called chain sets. It was simple, easy to use, native, worked fine, right? All you had to do was manually take down notes and it worked. But technological advancements have come a long way since then, and they kind of forced us to rethink that. And then in 2017, we launched Salesforce DX, a much more modern native ALM experience for pro-code developers who are mostly source-driven. So it did solve the pro-code problem, but then followed DevOps Center that tackled the same native experience, but for low-code users, for admins, giving them the same ease of use, but in a much more simplified fashion. So all the way from click-based note-taking management to much more intelligent DevOps Center for admins. Powered with DevOps testing that came in 2025, Salesforce DX sort of became that your go-to toolbox for managing your metadata with Salesforce native tools. However, last year has changed things a lot, right? We are in this agentic era where we just don't need just functional tools anymore. We need intelligent tools that can understand natural language instructions and take actions based on that, that can handle metadata along with business configuration data. So this is the time that we take that we think about agentifying our existing tools, which is why we are here to talk about an agentic DX Inspector and DevOps Center. Now let's ground all of this in Salesforce persona. Meet Rebecca. She's a Salesforce solo admin at Coral Cloud Resorts. She wants a simple, quick, and safe way to manage org metadata changes for her day-to-day. She does a lot of changes, but she doesn't always want to live in the CLI world or manage Jenkins pipelines or GitHub connections and so on. So she wants something that's simple but still is as powerful as those tools. And that's the gap that we see in DevOps. It's not one-size-fits-all solution, right? There's different personas, there's different kind of people working with different levels of automation. There's, on the far left, we have Rebecca, who's a solo admin. She makes a ton of changes, but still wants a simple change management process. But on the other side, we have large enterprises that need much more complex and advanced automation and integration. DX Inspector allows you, facilitates that collaboration between solo admins like Rebecca and developer teams that might have a bit more advanced integration needs, while providing much more than what chain sets offer. Let's take a look at Rebecca's workflow, which honestly right now looks like a little bit of struggle. So she only has chain sets at her disposal right now. She makes changes in a sandbox environment because she doesn't want to make them in production. Good choice. But then she needs a way to move them to production, right? So now she is hopefully note-taking somewhere in a Google Sheet or in a notepad on what changes she has made. And then she has to go and manually add all of them to change sets. Additionally, there might be a lot of metadata that's present in their orgs from App Exchange partners, right, that might have defined certain custom metadata. It might contain business rules that Rebecca wants to move to production as it is. So now she needs someone to manually test the changes she has made and also make sure that none of this data, configuration data that is coming from App Exchange is getting modified as she moves them to production. But she doesn't have any way to integrate and test that natively with change sets, so she has to do all of that manually. And lastly, anytime she wants to move configuration data, she needs to fire up the data loader because change sets are only designed for metadata. That's where the gap is. So honestly speaking, change sets have served their purpose and they are outdated today. They lead into, like, the lack of automation or integration that's with change sets kind of leads into using multiple tools for admins for different purposes. You cannot natively peer review a change set. You cannot automatically track changes with them because you have to handcraft them. You cannot run tests out of change. You cannot integrate change sets with a CI/CD tool like DevOps Center or any third-party tool that you might be using. So they are non-collaborative in that way, and they also lack support for any data migration. There's a lot of data, there's a lot of business metadata that also resides as configuration data and custom metadata types, and that is not supported in change sets. So there was a collectively, I think, a little over 30,000 points of ideas open in Idea Exchange that community was asking for an upgrade on change sets. And that's what DevOps Center and DX Inspector have offered. They have collectively delivered over 20,000 of those points with these new tools that Shri is going to talk to you about today.
Thank you, Neha. So you have seen Rebecca's problems with changes and data loader, right? To solve these problems, we have come up with something called DX Inspector. DX Inspector was introduced for TDX last year. So it started off as a simple change management solution, right, where you can keep track of all your changes without making any manual effort. Just enabling source tracking will automatically do that for you, right? So outside of change management, we have also introduced commit changes to your DevOps Center work item, right? If you're a DevOps Center user, you can connect to DevOps Center, commit your changes directly from your dev environment, whether you're working on a sandbox, Scratch, or a developer edition, or to a DevOps Center work item. So additionally, for Dreamforce last year, we've introduced something called metadata and migration of configuration data, right? The deploying of this, we wanted to make experience much seamless, much easier for you. So that's why we've introduced these features. Right, these are the new capabilities that we are introducing at TDX today, right? One, we've not just introduced a deployment of metadata and data, right? We've also added spidering experience, using which you can view dependencies, whether you're doing a metadata to metadata spidering or data to data spidering. When I say spidering, it means you can view all the dependencies, whether they are at a parent level or a child level. You can see all those dependencies, choose which dependencies you want to migrate them over, deploy over from one org to another, right? Not just that, if you are using configuration data, right, and you might want to filter your configuration data. You might sometimes you might not want to migrate all of that to your target environment, right? That's where the filtering comes into the picture. You can use SOQL queries to filter out your configuration data. You can also use and or filters to do that, right? Along with that, we've also added support for multiple metadata. For example, if you are a Data360 user and you have a data kit, currently, if you want to migrate your data kit, deploy your data kit from one org to another, you might be using change sets or you might be using SFCLI to do that, right? So in place of that, now we have come up with support for the data kit deployment as well as part of DX Inspector. So once you select a data kit, you can see all the dependencies associated with the data kit. You can deploy them with a single click, right? React-based applications, that's something Salesforce has introduced newly, right? So you might have seen, if you are in level 1, there are multiple booths talking about React web-based applications. So deploying React is also a challenge, right? So we have also supported React-based deployments using DX Inspector. So with a single click, you can do all of that. So not just that, if you are on a partial copy or full copy sandbox which doesn't support source tracking, you can use a DX Inspector to add the metadata manually. You can select all of that, and you can also select your configuration data and move them over, even if you are in a partial copy or a full copy sandbox. So we've also added activity history, using which you can do or check all your operations. Again, right, we have also introduced tightly coupled integration with DevOps Center, because if you are a DevOps Center user, you might want to create your work items, you might want to switch between your work items, and you can also once you commit your changes to a work item, you want to create a PR, right, which is a pull request, so that your core developers or core reviewers can review the code. That's how DX Inspector also supports. So this is how the new workflow for Rebecca looks like. So Rebecca, like any other day, she makes her changes in the dev environment, whether it's a sandbox or a scratch org. Once the changes are made, DX Inspector automatically keeps track of all your changes. You don't need to worry of taking care of it manually. Then she selects the metadata that she wants to deploy, checks all the dependencies. She also selects the configuration data that she wants to deploy. Once the selection is complete, with a single click, she can connect to another org with from DX Inspector itself, select a target environment, and deploy them over. Right? We've also added support for upsert, which means, let's say you have external IDs defined on your objects. Right? When you define an external ID, you don't want to duplicate your objects in the target environment. So we honor that. Whenever there are external IDs, you can select your external ID as part of the deployment and make sure you don't create any duplicates in the target environment. So currently, to activate it, you have to go to setup. Under setup, there is a change management page. You just have to enable org preferences under it, so that you can start using both metadata and configuration data deployments. So let me do a quick demo of how this looks like.
Escape.
Let me. So Rebecca, she's in a Coral Cloud. Like you said, she's a Coral Cloud admin. There are different experiences that customers have, right? As part of that experience, whenever there is someone experiences, right, the customers can add reviews to it. So Coral Cloud has defined few credit rules, using which a credit points will get added to the customers. So here one of the customers is adding review about the beach yoga resort. So the new guest review is being added. Let's quickly see, because there are rules defined behind it. So whenever the review is created, depending on the review, points get added. So this is the rating that one of the customers have given. Now let's go to the credit rules and see. Now Rebecca, now that she is satisfied with her testing, what she is going to do is she is going to select the metadata she wants to deploy. So credit rule is something that she has defined, so she wants to see them over. If you see here, right, so nothing is manually tracked, right? Everything is automated. You can see all the metadata changes from the org. I can select the configuration data that I want to deploy, and also select the configuration data as well. So I'm seeing all the metadata that's available. Now Rebecca is going to let me fasten it. Once okay, She selected the metadata that she wants. Now she's moved to the selection of configuration data as well. I can see all the credit rules that are defined on this. Rebecca has already added the target environment. She's going to now deploy these changes, both metadata and configuration data, to the target org. So the deployment has been initiated. So on the target org, you can go back and check the deployment status. The deployment status under setup, you can go there and check all the so the deployments are successful. Now I'll check the configuration data deployment as well. So that is the latest deployment. You can also check the configuration data deployment as well. Okay, so this is how you can use DX Inspector to do R2R deployments. Let me continue, right? So, okay. So what do we want you to do next, right? So it's simple to no permission required. You just have to enable the org preferences. There is no additional effort required. Enable this in your environment. Start using DX Inspector, right? Whether you're using metadata deployments or data deployments, all the official documentation is available, right? Feel free to provide your feedback on Idea Exchange. So we've also come up with a quick look. This is a trailhead module. It would maximum take 5 to 6 minutes for you to complete it. This will give you a quick preview of the changes between change sets and DX Inspector, right? And how DX Inspector makes your life much easier. Use this trailhead module to understand how it works. I'll also quickly walk you through DevOps Center because DX Inspector is tightly coupled with DevOps Center. I wanted to quickly talk to you about it. So the next generation of DevOps Center, we are GAing it at TDX now, which means you don't need to worry about installing it as a managed package. The DevOps Center is readily available in your production environment. You just go there, enable your pipelines, add your projects, and start using a DevOps Center for a full CI/CD experience. So these are the few advantages of the new next-gen DevOps Center. Easy to set up. It's deeply integrated with the platform. You don't need to worry about any installation, right? And it's also supporting the latest Lightning design system from Salesforce, right? You can also, the UI is also extensible, API first, because all the products that we build are API first, and so DevOps Center is also API first, which means you can extend it. If you go to the DevOps Center booth in level 1, you can also experience what are the agentic experience we are providing with DevOps Center, right? Let's say you are running into merge conflict issues, you can solve that using vibes. Let's say you want to create a work item, you want to promote a work item, all of that, commit your work item with the changes, all of that can happen with DevOps Center. You can experience that in the booth at level 1. So these are the new capabilities that we are adding to DevOps Center at TDX. The change management, support for configuration data deployments. The managed package supported only metadata deployments. Now with the new version of DevOps Center, we are also supporting data deployments as well. When I say data, we are talking about configuration data here. And it also has support for the React applications, Data 360 applications, etc. Right? You can also combine your work items easily. We've also added a new feature called one-off promotion outside of your work item bundle. That's something you can experience in the new DevOps Center as well. You can also swap environments post refresh, right? Back sync in case if you want to do a partial or a full deploy, right? We've also added agentic experience. Again, all of that you can experience it at the DevOps Center booths in level 1. Thank you for joining us today.